guys, it's Nina B. Welcome back to the channel. Yes, we looking a little bit crazy, but toward the end of the video, we're not gonna look as crazy because right now I'm getting ready to do some braids, some mini knotless braids with my own natural hair. Last night I washed and blow dried my hair, and now I am just parting my hair in sections. I don't know if you guys can see. I already parted off like 2 sections off camera. Check and make sure they look decent. So yeah, that's one part, and my other part is underneath here. I know it looks weird. It's because like I braided it at an angle. I just want to show you guys how I've been parting. Super hard. I don't want to say it's super hard, it's just tedious and time consuming to part by yourself. Yeah, so now I'm getting ready to part my 3rd section. I'm going to show you guys how I do the back. So I begin with like a rough part with my finger first, and I just kind of trace it, follow it all the way to the other side. Sometimes it takes 2 fingers, and so that's just a rough part. I don't really know what it looks like right now. I'm gonna put the rest of this back into my bun. I'm gonna look in the mirror and see how that rough part looks. All right, so now that I see how the rough part looks, which is terrible, I'm gonna go in with my rat tail comb, and I'm gonna use the end of it, and I'm just gonna try to like perfect it first. Alright, so now that it's looking like this, again, it's not perfect. I'm going to perfect it using this True Edge controller that I picked up from the beauty supply store. And I'm just going to run a little bit of this along the part. And then I'm going to go in and repart it, and it'll make it a little bit neater. I think I might have messed it up a little bit, but yeah, it still needs some perfecting. So this is what the part is looking like so far. So now I'm just going back in with some edge control and just lining up the part just to perfect it even more. And I'm going to chase it with my rat tail comb. And right after I do that, I'm just going to section off with a braid. Now I'm getting ready to start the braiding process. I'm going to make a part and then just look at it with a mirror just to make sure it's straight. And I know you see that little kitchen back there. I was trying so hard to just gel it down. And I'm going to also gel down the top and just rub everything in with my edge brush. And now I'm going to begin to braid. I like to braid pretty tight just to make sure that the style is going to last for a while. And I'm just going to do that all the way down. Now, this is not a how-to braid tutorial. This is just me showing you guys how I am attempting to do this knotless mini braids on my natural hair. So as you can see, I have gone pretty far, and now I'm just going to repeat the same process. The process is pretty repetitive and redundant, so I'm not going to walk through every single step. But something that I will say is, as I realized while I was braiding, the edge control that I mentioned earlier in the beginning of the video was absolute terrible trash. Within 30 minutes, it started to turn white, and I literally freaked out. It took a lot just to even remove some of the white gray cast that it left. So I would go in with some edge foam, not edge foam, some wrap foam, wrap lotion, and some oil, and that really helped to get rid of it. I know you can kind of see it peeking through in the back, but this is back when I didn't really notice it. But yeah, pretty much seeing all that, it just made me want to just take all the braids out and just start over completely all over again. So now this is not really fast forwarded. I'm just showing you guys how I really take my time and apply the edge control and to brush it through. It's really important to brush the product through the hair just to make sure you have no lumps or clumps in there. I don't really recall if this was around the time that I noticed the white cast, but once I did start to notice that white cast, I switched over and started using 2 different products. I was using my Murray's Edge wax and some gel that I had, some regular hair gel. And I noticed that once I switched over to those products, I did not have any white cast or gray film on my hair. I actually trust those products pretty well, so I knew that once I like used them together, I wouldn't have that issue. But long story short, I wasted $6.99 on that edge control and I threw it away. So I most certainly would not recommend you guys to get that edge control that I showed in the beginning of the video. If only I would have known that it was going to do that, I would have not purchased it. But hey, you live and you learn, and now I'm telling you guys. So I don't know if you can really notice, but the past couple of clips I did change shirts. That is because this was a 3-day process. Today was my 3rd day braiding. Well, not today, but the day that I was filming this was my 3rd day of braiding, I believe. Or maybe my 2nd day. And at this point, I was just so outdone by myself. Like, I just couldn't believe that this took 2 freaking days. Back when I used to wear this hairstyle, I never really paid much attention to the parts. I would just, do sloppy, messy parts. My braids wouldn't be super neat. But this time I really, really wanted to take my time, even though still my parts aren't perfected yet. I don't know if you guys can see that super fat braid, but I did go back in and fix it and I divided it into 2 braids. But now I am starting to bead my hair. And before I put on the bead, I just smooth my ends with some edge control just so my ends can be super pointy for the beads to glide on. And then after I do that, I just kind of wrap it around and here I am rubber banding the beads to make sure that they stay in place. Yeah, before I started filming me putting on the beads, I put on a whole bunch of beads already. But this process was also super annoying. Sometimes the beads wouldn't want to go on my ends and it just took a lot of edge control just to get it to how it needed to be. Not to mention that my thumbs were burning and super tired and cramping up from even like holding the beads so tight and like how I wrap it around the rubber band. All right, you guys, so it is finally Friday. I'm getting ready to go out. I just thought I'd show you guys the finishing look of my hair. This is just how I decided to style it today. It's cute. I like it. I just don't like the fact that it took me dang near 3 days. Like day 1, started braiding, couldn't finish. Day 2, finished braiding, didn't have time to put the beads on. And then day 3, I had to finish putting the beads on. So now it's like my real actual first day of going out and about with this new hairstyle that I did. I'm not saying it's perfect or whatever. I do still have a few imperfections, but hey, that's okay because as I keep doing this, which I made a promise to myself that I won't do this again because of how long it took, but I probably will end up doing it because this is cute. But as I keep doing it, hopefully, I know I will get better as I keep doing it. But right now, I will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Bye, guys.